Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today I've got something very exciting for the ones that hate maths and numbers. This might be a bit boring, but it's also a very critical video because we're talking about how much does it really cost to start an Amazon FBA business in 2019/2020, since we are in November, mid-November, going into 2020. So let's jump right into it. So this might not be the most exciting video if you're an Amazon FBA business owner or an Amazon FBA business owner to be, but it's also a very important one because you need to know the numbers and you need to create budgets, and you know how important it is to actually know your numbers, know how much money you've got, and know how much you can afford to spend. So that's why we'll be digging into the numbers today, and I'll be completely honest, and I'll tell you about how much it's going to cost to actually start. So the first thing that we will start off with is obviously the software for your product research, and that is Jungle Scout. So I actually paid $150 for 3 months, and the way I did it was I actually got a discount. So I was on Facebook and I saw an ad for a discount for the whole of Jungle Scout, so the Chrome extension as well as the web app, which is, you need both of them. I paid $150, so you may have to update this every 3 months. I personally do, so you may need to do that as well. If you're not, and if you don't want to launch multiple products, you just want to launch one, then you need it just once, but it's about $150 give or take. Samples, very important. If you don't get a sample, you will fail because you won't know who the manufacturer is, you won't know how good the quality of the product is, but you just need it once. Once you can check the quality of the product, then you're good to go, okay? But this sample, it might be a little bit inaccurate because I've only given the price from one manufacturer, but you may need to get samples from 3. So if we were to say this is 120 because you're gonna get 3 samples from 3 suppliers, then it's around $120. Barcodes, oh my God, so confusing and terrifying at the same time. You have to get actual real barcodes. So $250 for 10 barcodes that you will need to get from GS1. So you need to go to GS1 on their website and you'll be able to purchase, I believe, $250 or $200 for 10 UPC codes. I know it's ridiculous. It's insane to pay $250 for small little barcodes, insignificant, but you have to get them because Amazon is very strict now about their barcode policies, so you won't be able to get it from anywhere else. But as far as I know anyway, other than GS1, UK or USA or wherever you're based in. Images, oh my God, this couldn't be more important. There could be nothing more important than images when you're starting off on Amazon. When a customer sees your product, there's only 2 things that they look at initially: the price and the photo. And if you don't have professional photos, you won't get sales. Maybe you'll get people landing on your page, but you won't create sales because your product images are terrible. You know, when you're starting off, if your supplier is a decent human being or a decent supplier, you may be able to get some images off them, but usually they won't, or usually they'll just have terrible photos. I don't know why, that's just the way it is. So you may need to spend anywhere between $100. I'm being very realistic here, but you could spend around a lot, $250 to $300, depending if you want lifestyle images. But if you want just basic images to start off with, then $100 should be enough to go ahead. Logo and design, again, I'm being very cheap here with $50. You may need to spend up to $200 to $300 again because you want to create a really good logo and a really good packaging design. But again, for the cheap ones out there, for the beginners, not to be rude, but $50 should be enough. And then there's a Seller Central fee, which is around $40, but obviously that's a monthly cost. That's why it's on a monthly basis, part of the spreadsheet. And then you have the stock, which for 200 units, which is just an arbitrary number. You can order 100 or 200 or 300. I've just gone in between and I've given the number for 200 units at around $6.50 per unit, including delivery. Again, this is just an arbitrary number. Your product could be a lot more or it could be a lot less, but just to give you an idea, you could potentially sell this product if you bought it for $6.50 for around $25 to $30, which is a good price point to start off with. So 200 units for around $6.50 is around $1,300. Then obviously you need to pay your payment fee, which is around 2.5% depending which payment provider you use. And then there's the customs / taxes. I've only used the customs percentage because I'm in the UK, but if you're in the US, I'm sure you'll be able to figure out how to, you can go into the government site and you can see how much the customs are. Sometimes it's 0%, sometimes it's 1 or 2, 3%. And again, you can easily find that online. And then taxes, again, depends on your state or wherever you live in the US. In the UK, we have VAT, which is 20%, which is around $260. Again, if you're in the US, you have to do it yourself. You have to find out how the taxes are going to work. In the UK, it's VAT, 20% of the cost of goods. So when you total everything up, it comes to be around $2,117.50, one-off payment, and then a monthly fee of around $40. Just a caveat, this spreadsheet or this cost that I've given you doesn't include PPC costs, doesn't include giveaway costs, but you may not be doing giveaways anymore because it's something that you shouldn't really be doing anymore. But it does include advertising costs, and advertising costs is basically social media advertising, PPC advertising obviously on Amazon, and maybe you want to try influencer marketing, which means you're giving away products for free, or you're sponsoring influencers on Instagram. So maybe you may need to add another 1,000 on this, or 500 at least, on top of this for advertising. Again, I've seen YouTube videos on how much it costs to start an Amazon FBA business, and all these gurus never mention PPC advertising or social media advertising and influencer marketing, because that's a cost you have to get through. You have to pay for that if you want to get a successful product on Amazon. If you don't, then you just won't get the success. So just because it says $2,117.50, it doesn't necessarily mean that's exactly how much it's going to be. You may need to add an extra 15 to 20 to 25% on top of this just for advertising to cover the cost of getting eyeballs on your product. So whenever you watch these YouTube videos, just remember they're not telling you everything, and I don't want to be pessimistic, but the reality is that people always have an agenda. So just do your own research as well as watching my videos as well. So I hope this has been helpful. I think I've pretty much covered everything that you need to pay for when you're starting off. If I have missed something, tell me in the comments section below. If you're new to my channel, subscribe, like and share with your friends and your family. I'll be posting 2 videos a week on how to start an Amazon FBA business and how to make money using the power of Upwork to get clients that pay you to basically run their social media channels and actually run their Amazon FBA businesses as well, which is something that has never been done before by any other personal brand on YouTube, and I am kind of proud of that. So make sure you subscribe, because there'll be a lot of videos about Amazon FBA and social media marketing agencies using Upwork. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next video.